Hello, I'm Jeff Siegel. Welcome to SantaAnita.com and our Thursday video seminars. We'll look at all 8 races on today's program at Santa Anita. We start things off in the first race with a maiden claiming event. These are 3-year-olds and up, going 5.5 furlongs in for $40,000. 2 main contenders. Number 3, Full Deputy. Number 4 is Bright Dreamer. I think either one could win. We'll use them both in our rolling exotics. In looking at this race, Full Deputy ran pretty well first time out for maiden 30. He closed a lot of ground. Now it's just a matter of whether he improves or not. Hopefully he'll show a little bit more early speed and get into position, because this is a 5.5 furlong dash, so he's going to have to get going early. But Gomez rides him back. That's a positive, and I would expect him to do make a forward move here and an improved effort. So look for Full Deputy to be running on late. But Bright Dreamer, back at his claiming level, that's the maiden 40. He really did run well first time out, I thought. Maybe he was in a little tad too tough last time out against straight maiden cowboys, but he's back with the claimers today, and I would expect him to be the one to beat. With Rosario staying aboard here for Sadler, obviously he's going to be well backed. So let's use them both, 3 and 4 on your program, Full Deputy and Bright Dreamer. Maybe slight preference going to Bright Dreamer. We'll use them both in our rolling exotics. Second race, middle distance event, claiming event, 4-year-olds and up in for $20,000. And we're looking at number 2, Cape Truth, also number 3, Job Boss, just a 5-horse field, so not a whole lot of depth to this one. Cape Truth certainly has a right to run better at this level, dropping in class for Mark Glatt, whereas Job Boss is coming off a win in a similar spot. Let's see if he can run 2 alike. If he can, then he's obviously going to be tough. So I think the winner will be one of those 2, Cape Truth and Job Boss, 2 and 3. Obviously no big deal here in a small field, but we'll use them both in our rolling exotics. Third race kicks off the pick 6. Pretty good starter allowance race, going a mile on the grass here. Number 3, Easy Rachel, came from way out of it down the hill recently to run well for Julio. I think she can stretch out and be effective. But we're also going to use number 5, Ruby Lane, and number 8, Secret Cove. So the exacta or trifecta box here, our numbers are 3, 5, and 8. I mentioned Easy Rachel. She did run well in a starter race, 6.5. Now let's see if she can stretch out and run well going 2 turns. She's done that in the past. I think that's fine. Marty Garcia rides her back. So number 3, Easy Rachel, a major player. Number 5, Ruby Lane, looks like a mare who doesn't really want to win, and she doesn't. But she's got good recent form. She actually did run numbers that could win this race. I don't know whether she's got that winning punch or not, but she certainly seems more than capable of at least hitting the board. So throw in your exacta or trifecta box, switching to Rosario. Number 5, Ruby Lane, figures to run the best race she can run. And number 8, Secret Cove, not real keen about the outside box. She may be a need-to-lead type, but she's coming off a pretty good effort in a much tougher race. She should stick better here if Pedroza can get her over and get her to save ground, or maybe even clear this field. I don't think she can do that. But on the basis of her recent form and the fact that she's coming out of a better race, Secret Cove definitely fits with these. So 3, 5, and 8, use all 3 in all of your rolling exotics. Fourth race, 7 furlong claiming event. I like the inside 3 horses here. Numbers 1, 2, and 3. Maybe preference to number 3, Bella Palooza, but we'll use all 3. Number 1 is Emily Pearl. Number 2 is Brown is Beige, and number 3 is Bella Palooza. So 1, 2, and 3. If you are playing exactas or trifectas, I would use all 3 in your rolling exotics. Emily Pearl, blinkers on today for Peter Miller, and switching to Espinoza. She's coming out of a okay race down the hill. Let's see if she can run as well on the main track. If she can, she's right there. Number 2, Brown is Beige, lightly raced, dropping in class for Jeff Bondi. And switching to Gomez, you got to think that this is her 3rd start off a layoff. This should be her best race. Brown is Beige should be in a good stalking position. She's coming out of the same race as Bella Palooza, who actually was beaten at 4-5 last time. Pretty deep, tough race though. Pretty good, difficult race that she comes out of in early March. That was a 62.5, dropping in for 40 for Doug O'Neill. P-Val staying aboard. So Bella Palooza still ran well in that race. I like her style for 7/8. I think she'll get a good stalking trip. So use number 3, Bella Palooza. So 1, 2, and 3. Use all 3 in all of your rolling exotics. Fifth race, maiden claiming race on the mile. Very rare type of race for the turf here at Santa Anita. You usually don't run maiden claimers. Number 4, Reality Ride, is dropping from maiden 50 to maiden 40. Doug O'Neill trying to get this one to win a race. He's 4 years of age. It's a legitimate drop in class. It really isn't that much of a drop. There's not much difference between maiden 50 and maiden 40. The fact is he is trying grass for the first time, being by Candy Ride. There's no reason why he won't like it. He's got good tactical speed. He comes off a career top number according to the buyers, and he ran well there. And he's catching a race that doesn't have a whole lot of pace. So Reality Ride should be able to make the running here under Rosario, and I don't see a lot of effective late closers in here. I think Reality Ride goes gate to wire. So we'll make him a single, a rolling exotic single in today's 5th race. And straight play number 4, Reality Ride, top selection in today's 5th race at Santa Anita. 6th race, a pretty good allowance race here. I'm going to go with the Bay Area Shipper as a single. That's number 5 on your program, Legal Separation. Now, her last race up at Golden Gate over the Topeta was outstanding. She pressed the pace. She came away. She won going away. Giant fig. Now let's see if she can repeat that race down here. I think she can. With Rosario taking the mount for Ed Mojo Jr., Legal Separation's got enough tactical speed to be close up. She doesn't need to lead the win. Pace scenario looks fairly comfortable for her, so all she need to do is run back to her last race up north, and I think she can win. And she does like it down here at Santa Anita, or she's run well here at Santa Anita. As far as the dirt is concerned, hard to say, but I think there's no reason why she won't like it. And actually, I like horses from Topeta to dirt. They seem to really bounce over it real well. I think Legal Separation will prove to be that example as well. So Legal Separation single in today's 6th race. It's number 5, Legal Separation. 7th race, down the hill allowance race for fillies and mares. Good race here. We'll go 3 deep using numbers 1, 3, and 4 on your program. Number 1 is Sarasota Sunshine. 3 is Linda Lou. 4 is Gumption. So pretty good exacto or trifecta box here. 1, 2, and 1, 3, and 4. Number 1, Saratoga Sunshine. Disappointed 2 turning last time out. She's back sprinting. 6.5 could be a good distance for her. Blinkers going on for Mike Mitchell. And Talamo riding her back. If she runs back to her first race in this country, which was on the main track, I think she's got a shot. I think she'll like that hill. So Saratoga Sunshine, a contender. Use her in your rolling exotics. Number 3, Linda Lou. 3rd start off the layoff. Coming around now for Mandela. Coming out of a tougher race behind Unzip Me. Obviously an easier spot here. If she makes the progression that I think she will, Linda Lou is going to be tough to beat. And number 4, Gumption. First off the claim for Craig Lewis and switching to P-Val. She should be running on strongly late. I like that route, the sprint drop back. She will be a very dangerous runner from off the pace here. Use number 4, Gumption. So a very solid exacta or trifecta box here. 1, 3, and 4. Maybe preference to number 3, Linda Lou, but I will use all 3 in my rolling exotics. 8th and final, Maiden Claimers in for 50. Number 2, Pink Blanket. Number 7, Tuesdays with P look like the logical ones here. Pink Blanket has yet to break. I mean, she's got a lot of speed. She doesn't seem to get out of the gate. If she ever leaves with her field, she could be very dangerous on the front end because she does have a lot of quickness. Coming out of a straight maiden race, in for 50, well below the $75,000 claiming tag that she was taken for. So Doug O'Neill dropping in Dangerous today and switching to Pedrosa, also putting blinkers on. Number 2, Pink Blanket, a major contender, as is number 7, Tuesdays with P, dropping back into the maiden $50,000 ranks, but coming out of a killer race. So on numbers, she's a solid contender here. And for Baffert, she looks strictly like the one to beat, number 7, Tuesdays with P. We'll use them both, numbers 2 and 7, Pink Blanket and Tuesdays with P. Use them both in all of your rolling exotics. And that wraps it up for today. Good card today for a Thursday. Jeff Siegel for SantaAnita.com. Best of luck, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.